leading in terms of that map pressure.
And that's what you lose out on the jawhead with. We saw this in the various MPL regions. If you're not snowballing, if you're not owning as the jawhead, you kind of just need that one window, and you're not going to get that window in the first 2 minutes of the game.
Absolutely, and now it is going to be SMG trying to look for something in that bottom side. This is what they like to do. They play for that bottom side. Get Sasa ahead is the name of this team right now, but so far they are able to actually give him a lot of room. Xin still sitting under that turret.
Yep, in the first minute we saw that they had the upper quarter in control. Now they're answering back, and slowly I think this rotation will go ahead and give the nod to SMG. Close one for Zyme Sempoy though. They might walk into this. Expedia. Oh!
Yeah, it's going to be actually the ejector coming in. Expedia still able to run away somehow with the guiding win and the flicker. But both teams still so close to one another. Albert has got 2 people low, but hasn't been able to execute that kill right now. First blood is still on the table. So is the turtle right there. Spawn already in the 2nd minute going at right now.
Not having the flicker onto 2 members of Team SMG will kind of bite them in the... and for this turtle take. I mean, not 2 flickers, but 1 purify and 1 flicker, and maybe now 3.
Yeah, R7 goes in for the spawning side one, and look at that! Albert goes in for the knockout strike. The combos start to come in, but the airstrike hasn't popped. Turtle being taken by Albert, as that is just a beautiful retribution. Albert, the baby alien, he's gonna go for more, but we will have to wait because the first blood is still up for grabs.
I love it. Opening up with the R7 Rendezvous. This is the way he plays the Esmeralda even early on. Doesn't even need the items, just the fact that the kit of the hero plays so well to his style. It's what they need. It's what opened up the XP lane. It's what opened up the turtle. And I could have sworn Team SMG was going to get it. There was the Mountain Chakra to open up the team fight.
Yeah.
But in the end, RRQ Hoshi, they placed Clay so properly. They placed Vin so properly. And now we're eating our words. The ejector is what they needed in that very moment.
Can we talk a little bit about that retribution by Albert? Because it looked like, man, SMG had the control.
Yeah, definitely. I would say the composure coming out from Albert. I mean, he's done it so many times. And this is a land setup as well. F3, look at that!
Vin goes in for the combination and the prediction. First blood, as you can already hear the screams from RRQ. That's your Razor first blood.
I could have sworn that he might be even faster than what Team SMG had to react to. I mean, he was way ahead, maybe 3 steps ahead of that. Using the ultimate first, the unstoppable force, he knows that the flicker will come in, and even through the turret aggro, he went in.
Absolutely, Albert already forcing Zyme Sempoy to use that black shoes, just pure aggression. This is RRQ Hoshi's playstyle. All they want to do is keep banging on your door, and certainly this is what they're doing.
I'd suggest for Team SMG, if they're feeling that there's like too much pressure, and they're not ready to take fights yet, play to that strength. Get away from it. Use Expedia to face check. Use the Mount Shocker defensively. Because if not, they're going to keep walking into Vin. They're going to keep walking into R7. And right now, this is step 1. Smooth, isolate R7. Smooth, go ahead, do some face checking yourself. Use that Baksha rollout, unite, and make sure that there's nobody lurking. Nobody making Win's life difficult. And the one thing that Team SMB can hold on for this early game, the one thing they can say that's good is Sasa hasn't died yet. Sasa it could have been so disastrous for Sasa if Vin just keep pulling those Ultra Instinct ejectors, because they don't even need to use the flicker.
Yeah, but you can see the setup from RRQ. They are a completely different beast to what we saw from Season 8, from MPLI. Usually, they're just going guns blazing. They don't really think much of what they're doing. They rely on their mechanics, but they have fixed all of those mistakes. You can see the turtle. 2nd turtle being picked up. Nothing lost at all. They will be able to trade the bottom side, but look at that. It's going to be Win. No, in his own jungle. Gets invaded, and Albert comes in for the kill. Smooth now trying to recover for his team, but RRQ, they simply have too much power, too much sustain, and too much damage in that top side. As Finn goes in for the onslaught force to the backside, ejector comes in as well. Sasa is gonna go falling down, but wait a minute, he's going to go and outplay Xin and Finn. Sasa! What the heck was that, man?
Sasa has shown himself. He falls just almost immediately, but still the outplay, that very one, that moment,
That was amazing. But however, RRQ will still get more. So they want to go for Expedite this time, but Albert might bit him off more than he could chew. Is really taking advantage of this turtle buff, but which is, by the way, super underrated on the jungler Paquito. With so much burst and nukes from the physical department that you can get from the Paquito, it is even more amplified with that bonus that you get out of the turtle. But look at that, Sasa flickering in forward and gets the entangle as well. My God, what a series of events for SMG. However, it was put to a stop by Clay.
Honestly, that was beautiful there, man. He played with the vision. He went into that bush, but Expedia now, he's going to go use Circle Eagle, but it's actually going to be Zin bringing them back onto the turret, and Expedia will lose a lot of HP. This is the time for RRQ Hoshi to maybe look for something in that top side.
You can see that they did the switch now. R7 and Smooth down on bottom. They understand that for Sasa to get some farm, you need to switch it up. You need to give the firepower over here to Team SMG to try to get at least one more turtle for SMG before we go into Lord timers. And the thing is, Expedia shouldn't have done that. I think that was very risky. They just made the call at the last moment to say, okay, Vin might be here, and there he is indeed, actually.
Yeah, Expedia gets caught out right there. There's already 2 ultimates being burnt out for the side of RRQ as SMG. They might look to collapse, but look at the damage coming in. Albert completely just removes Zion Senpoi out of the game, and Sasa's next. Albert, the baby alien, he's looking for the triple kill, goes in under turret to pick it up. Oh my god, SMG, there's nowhere to go. Maniac for the baby alien, holy.
Albert is putting a show, and we've used this term before. This is a seminar, this is a clinic. We are seeing Albert showing how it's not even just the efficiency of how he was able to use his skills. The combo is just too good. The way that every single choice of skill that he thrown in that specific skirmish was
perfect.
phenomenal. It's perfect. Like this 3-combo finish against Zai Senpoi, and then he waits for another refresh of his skills, and then eventually takes out Clint. Such a perfect execution from the Paquito, and I'm sure that will go down to the textbook on how to play the Paquito.
It's part of the scramble. I think Team SMG, they already kind of got off tempo when they started that call and say, okay, underneath the turret, we're going to try to get a Circling Eagle down. And they kind of felt a little bit of hesitation, a little bit of ganker's remorse, if I might put it that way. And that's what opened them up to that quick take up top, a Maniac for the baby alien. And now they're scrambling. Again, one more time, R7 here, he's comfortable, more than comfortable to take his fight.
He's in a 1v3 and he doesn't care. He's not taking any damage right there. Sasa will be able to pick up an objective on the board in that top side, but still R7 with this pressure. I do want to go back, roll it back again to that replay, man, because you saw Albert. He was actually caught in that sandwich. Yep. The decision making and the shot selection by him was just beautiful.
They had all the kit. They knew exactly where they were. They knew how to engage. They had their perfect targeting. The fact that Sasa went down second in that row of 4, if at 2K you took down the Clint, then you're all good. You're good in the hood, as they say.
Yeah. You're good in the hood, absolutely. But this is what I wanted to see from RRQ. This is the Indonesian aggression that we all love and we all know. From yesterday, we've seen a lot of macro plays. Crazy this, crazy that, but we haven't seen this. Look at that. It's just RRQ going to town. Zin picks up the kill, and SMG are forced to back away again. Man.
This is a more refined version of that aggression. I took note of the way that they performed in MPL, the way that they did in the Invitational, and they seem to want to pick fights and then convert. Now it seems like they're thinking 2 steps ahead. Maybe we can convert into this, but where do we find the fights? And that's what's happening with RRQ Hoshi this time around. They're not even looking for the people. The dudes just come to them. The bodies just come to them right in the way of their steam-rolling pattern. And right now they're ahead 2 turrets. R7's just, again, going 3v1.
Yeah, you can see, honestly, when we take a look at the items, because usually oh my god, this is RRQ, man. They split up the map, they can do it. You want to go for team fights, we can do it. And R7 once again zoning off the members, flickering forward, and he's looking for the 2v1. Look at the way he's buying the time for RRQ members to walk up to the top side, and all of that while doing the setup to go and siege.
You get nothing, sir. Looking at the gold here, R7 is at 6K, Win is at 4. He's ahead by 2 over the opponent's jungler, and that's just what happened here, forcing SMG to switch around. We already saw Sasa go from top to bottom, bottom to top, and looking at his farm right now, it's at 6K. R7 still ahead of that.
Oh my goodness, the way they played this game has been perfect so far. Look at the waves crashing in at the exact same time as that is all the tier 2 and turrets taken off the board. You can see from the face cams right now. Oh my god, just to put the salt on the wound, you get another pick off, and the Feather Airstrike will be able to take Sasa to very deep waters. RRQ are gonna go in for it. Lands on a 3, and they're just styling at this point. They don't need to be able to make these plays anymore. All they need is 4 of those inhibitors. But Zin goes in once again, using that torn apart memory to deal some damage as Albert. He is not going to be punished at all.
At this point, I'm not even questioning why it's Zin and not Skylar, because you don't need mechanics at this point. You just need that killer instinct. You just need that grit. You need that experience to understand that it's the Albert show this time around. We're setting him up. Clay's gonna make him soft, and Albert's gonna knock them all down. 4 in a row earlier already. And looking at the gold lead, 10K in 11 minutes. 10K, where does Team SMG even go from here?
Oh, you know, you see Vin is 5.3K. That is the roam, the position 5, the least priority. And look at Win!
Look at
5.6, 5.7K. The difference between the jungler of the enemy and the roamer of RRQ is just 300 gold. And that spells doom for Team SMG.
That is insane. If you look at it, 11 minutes and you're able to build this much of a goal lead already, only losing 1 turret, by the way.
There's too much on the back of the lone cowboy here. I know that one key for Team SMG to get back is to make Sasa a threat, to give Sasa a chance to hit those free hits and then get the burst on to Clay or even Sin. But it's just too hard. There's too much. It might just break the camel's back.
Yeah, you can see the positioning as well from the side of RRQ, man. They played really, really smart. They know that they freeze the waves, right? And they put someone in their bushes in the enemy jungle, waiting for someone to just overstep a bit. You can see, though, SMG, they know how to do this. You saw that whoever gets caught, usually it is mostly Expedia. With 4 deaths, he is doing what a roamer should do in a losing match.
You can see Sasa, the only hero that has a kill inside the Team SMG. And that was a double kill that he had to really put up all the stops. Even just, you know, Flicker trying to outbrain RRQ Hoshi, but then eventually gets taken out by Clay. What I'm trying to say is that RRQ Hoshi, they're not in it for just solo kills or solo trades. They always will try to win the trade-off. Whenever it is like a kill, they will try to get a turret from the other part of the map, or maybe get an exit frag, as we call it from the from our FPS game.
And that's what I was saying. They're thinking 2 steps ahead. It's not the same old RRQ Hoshi, not the king of kings that are just bloodthirsty, all puns intended. They actually want to conquer this time around, and they're thinking, do we attack it in a political manner? Do we play the mind games? Do we circle around and try to, again, camp in their bush and try to bait out these free pickoffs so Lord is more open? But right now, Team SMG looking at the scoreboard. Ladies and gentlemen, 11K ahead. 11K ahead. It just refreshed. 9 kills ahead. 6 turrets in. A Lord above. There has got to be some sort of mental toll. Some morale depravity that Team SMG is under right now. And look at this.
Yeah.
You can't take that one.
Exactly. That's exactly what happens. And Vin goes in for the backside, going to be able to get it. But look at the damage coming from Albert. He actually dives all the way to the backside, going for the knockoff strike. Able to get 2 right now. But the damage will not be enough. R7 comes in for the follow-up, and that's all they need. It's the setup they need for the Enhanced Lord. They have used a lot. They back SMG up. And now it's time for the Lord.
At this point, I think that's fair. They ate so many ults from Team SMG, forced them out. No kills for sure. RRQ Hoshi kept their battle spells in check. And all this did was open up the map more, make it a little more blue, and make this Luminous Lord all the more free. Now the question is, are they waiting to choke out this purple? Are they waiting for it to scale at 15? Or are they going to go for it and bait out another team fight Team SMG's not ready for?
That's the thing, right? RRQ Hoshi, all of their heroes have low cooldown ultimates. Maybe the longest cooldown might come from Vin's Jawhead, but that's not even long at this point, so they can continuously fight.
Oh my god, they get Enhanced Lord. Vin goes in, and that's gonna be Win instantly just shot down. Legendary picked up right now. The Feather S-Strike comes in to go to do more damage to the backside. Albert go in for the double kill. He's looking for another Maniac point. He's gonna get the triple kill. Is it a double Maniac? It is not going to be just yet, but Albert, he does it again. The baby alien, the young lord, whatever you call him, the king of kings have come to play.
They're so clean. 2 Maniacs for Albert in the first game of the day. A Maniac twice over. What a performance. What an opener.
What an opener indeed. And we saw how he was able to just use the Paquito in the late stages of the game, but in the early to the mid game, we see how efficient he was, taking advantage of that turtle buff. We know that he has bonus damage, so that even just a 3-hit combo or a 3-skill combo from the Paquito can melt the Lilia down from 100 to 0%. And he did it over and over to the point where he got a Maniac, and then he did it again in the latter portions of the game. Albert is flexing right now, and this is the first picked Paquito. RRQ is scary.
That is beyond scary at this point, Leo.
The look on Sasa's face, it's like he wasn't ready for what RRQ brought, and neither were we. Honestly, the King of Kings are playing so clean. I'm wondering how much they put in, because this is this reminds me of MPLI, shades of MPLI, given how RRQ fell to the hands of Blacklist. And now it's RRQ who's picking up the slack. They're the ones who are studying how Onyx fell, and they're not letting that happen.
If anything, maybe they have learned so much from that loss, especially after also falling short during the MPL Season 8 in Indonesia. Maybe M3 is something that they're really waiting for. And maybe let's all cancel out the noise as the Razer Hammerhead True Wireless, the cutting-edge earbuds destined to dominate the soundstage, decide to dazzle in the blaze of RGB glory. The Hammerhead is decked out with active noise cancelling and a 60 millisecond low latency gaming mode for an audio experience like you've never seen or heard before. Head over to Razer.com to learn more. And why don't we learn more about that game through our post-game analysis? And you know what? We want to say that this might be based off of an items whatsoever, but I think the massive lead that RRQ was able to amass in this game makes it so that the items won't matter as much. Maybe just some of the timings of the items that we're talking about, because at a certain point in game, Vin, the roamer for the side of RQ Hoshi, was 4.4k, and Win, the jungler from Team SMG, is just at 4.8k. That says a lot because it means that Vin already had 2 items up. That is the Dominance Eyes, eventually got the Immortality, which is so much physical damage reduction coming out from it, as well as overall damage reduction and a lot of HP to kind of thwart the damage output coming out from Win. That is probably the reason why there were no kills that came from the side of Team SMG right after Sasa's heroics in the bottom lane. They just didn't have the correct items because they don't have the money, which means that they didn't have enough to take down the members of RQ Hoshi, who actually already tanked up by so much. And that's not even counting the damage output of RQ Hoshi with all of the items that they were able to get. Now, just the sheer amount of economic advantage that RQ had, they punch it through the roof. And whoever said that this guy only uses the Ling or the Hayabusa might bite on their words, as the Paquito from Albert was phenomenal in this game. 88% kill participation, 11, 0, and 3, 0 deaths. Again, on this jungling Paquito, and 819 match GPM. We can say that somebody is snowballing if he can get like 800 plus GPM. That's above the standard, golden standard for one of the kings of kings. Albert, we call him the young alien. Man, I think we have to change that to something else.
Yeah, I've said it many times, man. We call him the baby alien,
Baby
the young
alien,
lord, you know. But at this point, he's fully grown up, it seems.
Fully grown up.
He is just an alien. He is just the Lord right now. You can see 11, 0, and 3. What an unrealistic stat.
If that KDA isn't out of this world, then I don't know what planet we're on.
Yeah.
Honestly,
He's an alien.
11, 0, and 3. Not a single death on him. Able to close out most fights he starts.
Yeah.
If we're talking about killer instinct, yeah, Sin is there. Great experience, a lot of veterancy, but Albert today, he's no baby.
Yeah,
He is no baby.
He's no baby because of the fact that he looked like a master in this game. And we're talking about how this is a quote-unquote seminar on the Paquito. Maybe a master class, what you say. No matter what happens, this will go down to history as one of the best Paquito jungler performances ever. He is so efficient with his skill usage. And Sasa, the heroics that we're talking about, flickering forward, gets the kill to win, gets a little bit of life still in there, and Xpidea helps with the circling eagle. Eventually, Sasa will be taken out by Clay. This is what I'm talking about. RKOshi, they always trade. And look at this, 3-punch combo to take down the Lilia. 1 skill, 2 skill, 4 against Sasa, eventually gets into 4, and he resets again. He's waiting for the right cooldown so that this passive, his ultimate passive, will also proc again so that he will get 2 skills up afterwards. That's just so efficient for me. And because of the level advantage as well, he's able to just reach that low cooldown access to all of his skills. Now, for RRQ, Hoshi, they always get all the good stuff, like getting the Lord and then eventually getting all the kills. I always say that they are positioned so well in this game. And one thing that I want to say, there was one big brain move that I will never forget. Apart from all of the plays that we saw from Albert, one macro play that RQ Hoshi did in this game